Hello everyone, welcome to Krishna's online lectures. In this video, I am going to discuss about the concepts of kinematics of motion for curvilinear motion. So if we define curvilinear motion, so it is related to curve. So if any particle or any object following a curved path, or if the motion of the particle we are considering on a curved path or along a curved path, so it is called curvilinear motion. Earlier we have discussed about the rectilinear motion. So rectilinear motion is defined the motion of the particle along the straight line. So this is rectilinear motion. Now opposite to this, if any particle is moving along a curved path, so it is called curvilinear motion. In both type, these straight line path and curved path are called trajectory. Now, if we see the example of curvilinear motion, so turning of automobile is the example of curvilinear motion, or we can take U-turn of the any automobile, that is also curvilinear motion. Motion of satellite around the earth, it is also another example of curvilinear motion. So there are a lot of examples present related to curvilinear motion. Now, curvilinear motion can be two-dimensional or it can be three-dimensional. So this two-dimensional curvilinear motion is called plane curvilinear motion, and this three-dimensional curvilinear motion is called space curvilinear motion. So where two dimensions are present, so it is called two-dimensional curvilinear motion or plane curvilinear motion. Where three-dimensional are present, so it is related to space curvilinear motion. Study of curvilinear motion can be done by different coordinate systems. So here we are going to discuss three types of coordinate system. So these coordinate system will define the displacement, velocity and acceleration vector related to curvilinear motion. So here rectangular Cartesian XY coordinate, tangential and normal coordinate, and radial and transverse coordinate. Here three coordinate system we are going to use to define the different vectors: position vector, velocity vector and acceleration vector for the curvilinear motion. Now in this category, I am going to discuss first type of coordinate system, that is rectangular Cartesian XY coordinate. So here this is related to curvilinear motion. So first we need to define the curved path and one particle which is moving along this curved path. So here let us consider one curved path and point P is representing the particle which is moving along this curved path. Now let us consider two-dimensional curvilinear motion or plane curvilinear motion. So here in plane curvilinear motion, we will define the particle position with the help of position vector, and on the basis of position vector we will define velocity vector, and on the basis of velocity vector we will define the acceleration vector. So here plane curvilinear motion is related to two-dimensional curvilinear motion. So here first we will take one plane, XY plane, and we will define the position of origin. So at origin we generally consider coordinate 0 and 0 always. Now here this is a curved path which is placed in XY plane. Now let us consider one position of the particle. So as I told you, position of the particle is generally defined by the position vector. So to define the position vector, we have to define the coordinate of this particular point or this particular position from x-axis or from y-axis. And these coordinates we generally define by the distance of this particle from the x-axis and from the y-axis. So let us consider pxy, or this xy are the coordinate of the position or this point P or the position vector. So with the help of these coordinates, we will define the actual position vector. So the position of the particle on the curved path is defined by r bar. It is equals to xi plus yj, where I and j are the unit vectors. And this r bar is representing the actual position of the particle from the origin. So this r bar generally defining the position as xi plus yj. Now here if we want to define the magnitude or resultant position from this particular position vector. So it will be r, and it is defined as under root of x square plus y square. So this particular equation is defining the actual position of the particle which is following a curved path. Now let's define the velocity vector. So velocity vector we generally define on the basis of position vector. So this velocity is defined as rate of change of position with respect to time. So this equation will be dr by dt. So here we have this equation of r, xi plus yj. So we will put this equation in place of this r. So it will be d by dt xi plus yj. Now if we simplify this term, so it will be dx by dt I plus dy by dt j. And this dx by dt term is representing change in position of the particle in x direction with respect to time. So it is defined by Vx. So this particular term is defining the velocity in x direction. And this dy by dt is representing the velocity in y direction for the particle which is following curved path. So the equation will be, or the velocity vector will be Vxi plus Vyj. Now, if we want to define the resultant velocity, so it will be under root of Vx square plus Vy square. So this particular term or equation is representing the velocity of the particle. Now, we want to define the direction of velocity vector along this curved path. So, it is always tangential to the curved path. And here we can define the Vy and Vx from y-axis and from x-axis. These are the actual velocity with respect to x-axis and y-axis for this particular particle. Now, let us consider the resultant of this velocity. It is making one angle alpha with the x-axis. So if we want to define this particular angle alpha of the resultant velocity which is having direction tangential to the curved path. So it is defined by tan alpha, that is equals to V by Vx. So we can define the value of alpha, that is the inclination of the velocity with x direction. So it will be tan inverse Vy by Vx. So with the help of this equation, we can define the angle, and with the help of this equation, we can define the velocity. Now let's move toward the acceleration. So acceleration we can define as rate of change of velocity with respect to time. So here this is the explanation. So we will put value of v, that is Vxi plus Vyj here. So it will be d by dt Vxi plus Vyj. So this is the simplification in terms of velocity. Now this is the simplification in terms of position vector. So in place of Vx we will put dx by dt, or in place of Vy we will put dy by dt. So here we have this equation, and this acceleration vector will be axi plus ayj. This axi is representing d square x by dt square, and this axy is representing d square y by dt square. So this is representing acceleration vector. Now if we want to define the resultant acceleration, so it will be under root of ax square plus ay square. So this is third equation. So this particular term is representing the actual acceleration of the particle along the curved path. Now similar to velocity, here if we define the resultant acceleration, see this line is representing the resultant magnitude of position, and here from this origin only we will define the resultant velocity, and the direction of velocity is tangential to the curved path. Similarly, we will define the resultant acceleration from the origin. Now let us consider from the origin the angle made by the resultant acceleration is beta. So tan beta we will define as ay by ax, and this beta will be tan inverse ay by ax. So with the help of this particular equation, we can define the actual direction of the resultant acceleration, and with the help of this particular alpha angle, we will define the actual direction of velocity which is following, or which is defined by the actual path or actual motion of the particle along the curved path. Now, if we want to define the three-dimensional coordinates or space coordinates, so position vector is defined by xi plus yj plus zk, and velocity vector is defined by vxi plus vyj plus vzk, and acceleration vector is defined by axi plus ayj plus azk. So here, this zk is defining the position of the particle from z-axis. Similarly, this vzk is defining the velocity of the particle with respect to z-axis, and this az is defining the acceleration of the particle with respect to third axis, that is z-axis. So this is about the space coordinate. So with the help of these equations, we can define the position vector, velocity vector, and acceleration vector. Thank you so much for watching this video. You can rate, review, and share this lesson with your friends and your known people. And if you want to watch more lessons related to mechanical engineering, please subscribe the channel.